Hello, fellow diecast enthusiasts. Today we're looking at the Matchbox 1957 Ford Thunderbird. Now, this obviously, as I'm sure as a lot of you guys know, came in a lot of different color variations. And they even changed where they made it partway through the run. I think they actually still make some variants of this model. Actually, you know what? No, I don't think Matchbox does make more of these right now. But these first came out in like 1982, 83, something like that. And I always liked it because of how they handled the assembly, and they used the bottom plate to create this, the spare tire kind of area back here. I think it's like, I think they call that a continental kit on a lot of cars when you add that spare tire that kind of hangs off the back like that. So I thought that was really cool. This is still before Matchbox started doing tampo on the taillights and headlights and so forth. So you'll see a lot of people, if they customize these, they'll paint those in, and it looks really cool. It's got the standard, this is the beige and white version. It's got kind of the, what am I talking about? The beige and red version with the red interior and the Thunderbird graphic on the bottom or on the trunk, and the picture of the Thunderbird on the front. And, this again came in a lot of different variations, but this one's interesting because it's a two-tone, plus it has a different colored base that adds some additional kind of interest to how it looks and everything. So again, has the kind of the standard wheels, rolls pretty good. It's got okay springs. Again, you'll see me in my videos always bouncing these to test the springs out. When I was a kid, we would always do that. And one of the things when we'd compare our collections is we would say, well, I've got this model and it's got really good shocks, right? It's got good shocks because it can bounce and it can, go over bumps better. And, if they had better springs, they could, you roll across the kitchen floor with the tiles and it would go across without bouncing all over the place or whatever, right? If it had a good ride to it, right? So anyway, so this is one variation of it. And I have also just a basic black version. This is actually my favorite too. It actually does have painted taillights on it, which is kind of cool, right? They didn't do that on this variation. I think they waited until later and did that, and it looks really good. It kind of breaks up that back area, makes it look more realistic. It's got the red interior. It's a little slightly different color red, but pretty darn close. Standard wheels, kind of the same springs, and rolls pretty good. It's a heavy car too, so it gets good momentum and has good thick die-cast parts to it. Definitely really kind of a nice looking convertible. I always really love convertibles. I own a convertible right now. It's one of my favorite things to drive. Not of this car, a different kind of car, but yeah. And then a little bit later on, these ones are made in Macau. That was during the kind of the Macau period that came after Lesney, England and so forth. This one is this is kind of a cool, it's interesting. It's a pearl white color, and the other ones have a metal base to them, and they're made in Macau. This one is made in China, and it's got a chrome, it's got a snazzy chrome base, which gives the grille a cool look, and the Continental kit spare tire on the back looks really shiny and everything. Interestingly, they didn't, even though they have a cool pearl kind of, I don't know if you can see that on the video, but it's kind of a pearl white paint job. They didn't paint the taillights like the black one. So I don't know. I thought, it seems like higher tech paint, but maybe they were trying to cut costs by not tampoing the taillights on it. And this base is plastic, right? Instead of metal. So definitely some cost cutting when they started making these in China. It still looks good. I prefer these kind of more, you can really feel the weight difference when you hold each of these. This one's definitely lighter than this one because of the base. And, the white, I do like pearl white. I had a 2014 Mazda 6 in a pearl white color. I loved how it looked in the sun. This one has kind of a similar look to that. It's still the same body style and cool, but I don't know. I love the older cars that are all made out of heavier metal parts and everything, and super durable. And us kids were just banging them around in the dirt and the concrete and everything when we were younger. So yeah, but that's the Matchbox 1957 Thunderbird, and let me know in the comments. You know, I'm sure some of you guys have other color variations of this. Let me know what colors you have, and anything else you know about this car that you'd like to say. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And thanks for watching this video. I appreciate it. And I'll be coming out with more.